Hey guys, it's River Mania here. I'm going to be recording my third video. Getting some really great responses still. I hope this video is really valuable for you guys. I put a considerable amount of effort into this third video here, so this is going to be on how to fix Facebook ad inconsistencies. Alright, so we're just going to hop straight into my computer here. I'll show you everything on the notes and stuff, so I did before and afters and stuff, and things important to note and stuff. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. Fixing Facebook ad inconsistencies. Presentation by me. So the reality of Facebook ads, probably not the answer you're looking for, but inconsistencies are inevitable. However, on the bright side, there are some things you can do to increase consistency throughout your ads to maximize profitability and overall just fix get it up there. Common questions asked is, why does it happen though? Well, I'll give you two answers to soak in. Well, Facebook is at an all-time competitive. You have thousands and thousands of competition. Dropshipping is harder than it's ever been before. And it's only going to continue to get harder. Hence why you need to stand out. Be creative and have some individuality throughout your stores. This goes hand in hand with people preaching branding nowadays and all of that, and it's really true because I've been dropshipping for 2 years now, and then customers they're just getting smarter. People on Facebook, they're not gonna fall for that kind of stuff anymore, so definitely look into that. You need to stand out from the competition. The second reason why it happens is that not everyone who clicks your ad is going to buy. It's a business. It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? That's just how it is. Not everyone who clicks is gonna buy, right? Second of all, so adding on to that, it's an auction-based platform. So Facebook wants their users to be in good hands. Okay, what I mean by that is Facebook is they don't want it's shitty advertisers, on the thing that long shipping times and all of that, and then you don't reply to them for customer support and stuff. Their orders aren't being fulfilled. They don't want that anymore. As we move on into 2020 and beyond, right? The space is only going to get harder and harder. So hence why you need to stand out and you need to figure these things out. You got to have an edge on your competition is ultimately what I'm trying to say. Moving on. So here in this screenshot here, right, this is the before and after. So this is a month-to-month thing where I was I wasn't really getting the consistent results. As you can see here, on here, the April 5th or whatever, right? The fluctuations were crazy. I mean, I would find a winning product, right? And I'd be getting sales, right? Perfect sales, sweet, what all of you guys want, right? But it's not about the sales, right? It's about getting the sales consistently and profitably, right? And you'll see here, you'll have these little bumps and stuff and up and that. That was when I was just learning, right? This is only part of the equation. I was just learning. Okay, well now I'm getting sales. Well, I'm not really as profitable as I want to be, and that's the premise of this, right? This is what you want. You want profit. Compared to after, so on a different month to month, I started getting sales and stuff, right? But I was okay. I started implementing different things, which I'm going to show you here in a sec. But it was the chart is just way better, right? You see, it's a hell of a lot more consistent. Of course, you're still gonna have ups and downs like that, but still, it's more or less consistent and throughout, as opposed to this one. And I'm gonna talk about how I was able to get more consistent results like that. All right, moving on. All right, so first thing is, the more consistent you are with your ads, the more consistent your results will be. So with that being said, I check my ads twice a day. I check it once in the morning and once at night. I like to check it on a 12-hour basis, basically. So 12 hours I'll check it, right? That's way I can see the spending times and everything. So that's when I like to cut and scale, right? With that being said, just again, look at the results, right? This is on a different month to month. I have a 4-day period where I'm getting no sales, and then I'd be oh, it's a fucking huge bump, no deals and sales, right? And then I was okay, I'm doing something wrong, right? And then I kind of just had that discipline where I started to follow certain rules about when to kill and scale campaigns and ad sets. So if you look at this chart here, right, I started to follow the rules, and it all started to make sense to me, more of a pattern, right? So that being said, you can see the gradual growth and then the scale, right? It's up, right? As opposed to this one where it's super up and down, which is what you really don't want, because you're not going to get consistency and you're not going to get profitability out of that. So, for example, I would kill no more than one campaign per day. This is the rules, right? I would retain and maintain ad sets that had gotten sales previously, and get my sale momentum going continuously. All right. Retain and maintain. So basically what that means is I would really just double down on what would be working within my campaigns. If I had seen ad set got like 1 or 2 sales, right? Like I know a lot of gurus in the space, they talk about breaking it down by like age and like all of that, but like honestly I don't really do that. I wasn't taught that. What I was taught was mostly just the suggestions tab is like my best friend, right? Like I wouldn't say I'd burn it out, but like I just think, okay, what is the most similar kind of interest to what got me sales, essentially, right? Like say for example, I got like what's a good example? Like machine tool was a good interest for me or something, right? Like machine tool, right? And then I'd be like, okay, what's the similar interest? Okay, machining. All right, that's a free game for you right there too. So sale momentum, also super important. So keep that in mind. You gotta implement these certain rules and stuff, right? That way you can just get your momentum going, right? Like you want to chart like this as opposed to that. And I would add campaigns when it would make sense to do so. And I would kill campaigns based on the data and the numbers. And I would have zero emotional attachment to my ads. All right. Also important to note, don't fall in love with your products, right? I'll explain this on another slide, but there are certain times of when you should try different variables and stuff, which I'm gonna talk about here in a second. Moving on, this is what I meant by being consistent. If I were to find a winner, right, and the test goes good, I have a video on my previous videos on how to launch campaigns. So say for example, like 3 days goes by, right, and then I see I got like 3-4 sales, right? I was like, okay, it's decently, it has like a 3.8 ROAS, for example. I would continuously make an ad set every day to feed that campaign and find more winning single interest ad sets every day to build up, optimize, and eventually scale and eventually be used to scaling for CBOs. And another rule I have is I don't kill more than 2 ad sets in a day within a single campaign. So say for example that in the test, right, 3 out of the 7 ad sets got sales, right? I would kill 2 ad sets, make 1. Deciding which ones to kill, you got to see which one had like the least buying intent and stuff. So that goes into that. Another way to improve your consistency is retargeting. All right, so this is a great way to respark life into your campaigns that were doing well previously. I like to think of it as a trump card, is if things start to really stagnate. So yeah, but like I keep like how do I say this, like a general rule of thumb. And when to throw in a retargeting, I'd say like around 20-30 sales, right? If it's really doing good, right, then I throw in a retargeting. And mostly like tying into consistency and stuff, like you got to change up your variables if you see something's really not working and stuff. So essentially the premise is high quality traffic plus a high converting landing page is $signs. All right, so you got to see if you got, this just comes with the experience, but like you got to use your due diligence, read the numbers, and what does it say? So if you should try a new creative, if the product is even worth testing with a new creative, is it worth testing it with a new interest, a new pixel, a new campaign, a new product description, better pictures, new ad copy? Like these are all variables to the factor of success. If you're not willing to do so, then you're not willing to be successful, right? I mean, it's kind of tedious stuff, but like, I mean, it's $signs at the end of the day, right? So just see, you got to see which ones, right? But here's where you kind of have that void where you don't want to fall too in love with the product. Say for example, okay, you know that the product was a winner in the past or something, right? And then you try with a new creative and a new interest and a new pixel, a new ad account, new everything, and it slaps. Well, there you go. Then just double down on what's working. But if it's not working for you within like, you don't want to lose. I try not to lose more than $100 per test because I just like to cut my losses and move on right away, which is what I suggest you do. The other choice, of course, is just to try it again with a different variable. But you gotta make sure that like it makes sense to do so. Like if you got a decent amount of sales, like okay, maybe it is worth it to test with a new campaign or a new interest or etc., right? So moving on, that's about it. Numero uno is test new creatives. If you have genuine faith in the product, stay consistent with your ads, add an ad set or 2 every day, and don't kill more than 1 campaign a day. And lastly, something that doesn't get talked about too often enough is your mindset towards the ads. Like, you gotta stay positive, and you gotta like really believe like, okay, one big win will make up for all my losses. Like, okay, like when I was first starting out, yo, I'd had like so many freaking shit tests, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, like, it, honest to God, it took me like 8-9 months for me to find a winner, man. I was grinding in my oil change job, and I was like, fuck, yo, when am I gonna find this winner? This is my hard-earned oil change money in the Facebook ads, and just burning right through. But I found that one winner, and then I was able to just hone in on that, and it really changed everything for me. And look at me now. So I'm recording a YouTube video teaching you how, which is cool. Double down is working, and then yeah, so just stay positive, learn from your mistakes, and I hope you got a lot of value out of this presentation. That's about it. It was a pretty quick video, but just stay consistent throughout your ads, and then you'll see more consistent results throughout. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, that was it. This is my third video. That's it. Peace.